For years, you've heard the legend Netflix killed Blockbuster, a classic tale of David versus Goliath, innovation crushing a dinosaur. But what if I told you that's only half the story? What if Blockbuster held the knife that eventually slit its own throat, not once, but repeatedly? This isn't just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, it's a $50 billion cautionary tale, revealing the brutal truth about corporate arrogance, missed opportunities, and the irreversible cost of ignoring the future. In 2004, Blockbuster was an empire. Over 9,000 stores worldwide, a brand synonymous with Friday night. At its peak, this colossus was valued at an estimated $5 billion, controlling 25% of the global video rental market. They weren't just a business, they were a cultural institution. Walking into Blockbuster felt like stepping into a cinematic wonderland. Rows of new releases, candy, popcorn, the promise of an epic movie night. They built this empire on convenience, selection, and late fees. Oh, those glorious, infuriating late fees. They accounted for a staggering 16% of Blockbuster's total revenue, a cash cow they absolutely refused to abandon. But while they were counting their late fee billions, a tiny DVD by mail startup was quietly laying the groundwork for a revolution. A revolution Blockbuster had every chance to lead. Picture this. It's the year 2000. Netflix is a struggling startup, losing money, trying to get people to understand their mail-order DVD concept. Their founder, Reed Hastings, flies to Dallas. His mission? To sell Netflix to Blockbuster. For a mere $50 million, he offered Blockbuster the future, an online platform, a subscription model, and an end to late fees. Blockbuster's CEO, John Antioco, and his executive team reportedly laughed Hastings out of the room. They saw a niche, money-losing business. The internet bubble is over, they reportedly said. We're not interested in buying a money-losing .com company. $50 million. To put that into perspective, $50 million was less than 1% of Blockbuster's annual revenue at the time. Today, Netflix is valued at over $260 billion. That rejection isn't just a missed opportunity, it's arguably the single most expensive business decision in modern corporate history. A decision driven by short-sightedness, arrogance, and a fundamental misunderstanding of their own market. The rejection of Netflix wasn't an isolated incident, it was a symptom of a deeply entrenched corporate culture that was, frankly, blind. Blockbuster was addicted to those late fees. They were so profitable, the company couldn't fathom a business model without them. But guess what? Customers hated them. Every late fee was a negative customer experience, slowly eroding loyalty. When Blockbuster finally launched its own online DVD by mail service in 2004, a full 6 years after Netflix, it was a half-hearted attempt. Blockbuster Total Access tried to combine online rentals with in-store returns, confusing consumers and alienating franchisees. It was too little, too late, and executed poorly. They had the capital, the brand recognition, and the infrastructure to dominate, but their leadership refused to disrupt their own golden goose, even as that goose was clearly dying. They prioritized short-term profits from late fees over long-term survival and innovation. This wasn't just a business mistake, it was a psychological failure. While Blockbuster was fumbling, the world was rapidly changing. High-speed internet penetration exploded, digital compression technologies improved. Consumers were demanding convenience over everything. Netflix understood this. They invested heavily in their streaming technology, launching their service in 2007, just as Blockbuster was still trying to figure out DVD by mail. But Netflix wasn't the only threat. Redbox, with its one-a-night DVD kiosks, began popping up everywhere. Gas stations, supermarkets. It was cheap, convenient, and available 24/7. Blockbuster's high prices and limited store hours suddenly looked archaic. They were being attacked from all sides, from the innovative digital disruptor, Netflix, and the cost-effective physical alternative, Redbox. Their response? Often, it was to double down on their failing strategy, or to fight competitors through legal means rather than innovation. It was a losing battle from the start. The once mighty empire began to crumble under its own weight. By 2010, drowning in over $900 million in debt, Blockbuster filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The irony was brutal. The very year Netflix transitioned fully to streaming, Blockbuster was collapsing. They tried restructuring, but the damage was irreversible. The brand, once a beacon of entertainment, was now a symbol of corporate failure. By 2013, the last Blockbuster corporate stores closed. The vast majority of its brand value, its market share, its cultural relevance, all evaporated. From a $5 billion valuation to bankruptcy in less than a decade. Their failure wasn't due to a lack of resources, capital, or market position. It was a failure of vision, a failure of leadership, a failure to adapt. The tragic end of Blockbuster isn't just a story about a video rental chain. It's a stark reminder that even the biggest giants can fall, not by external forces alone, but by the silent, self-inflicted wounds of complacency. Blockbuster's ghost haunts every boardroom. It's a vivid lesson that in the fast-paced world of business, disruption isn't just a possibility, it's an inevitability. If you're building a business or investing in one, ask yourself, are you clinging to old models? Are you dismissing new ideas as niche or unprofitable? Are you truly listening to your customers, or are you addicted to your own short-term profits? The Blockbuster story isn't just about movies. It's about mindset. It's about the courage to innovate, even when it means disrupting your own success. Don't let your late fees become the anchor that drags your ship down. Adapt, evolve, or become a cautionary tale. What's one industry you see making Blockbuster's mistake right now? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're ready to learn how to avoid these catastrophic business blunders and build a future-proof enterprise, make sure to hit that subscribe button. The future waits for no one.